The Yeti fruit, the gas fruit, and the dragon fruit have all just released, and these three fruits have been very insane. The dragon fruit being the most insane because it has two versions of the exact same fruit, all for 5,000 Robux. But what sucks is that 5,000 Robux plus the gas fruit and the Yeti fruit, all this costs almost all over 10,000 Robux to buy together. And of course, not everyone has the money to buy all of them. So for those who have maybe a little bit of Robux, such as 2,000 or 3,000 Robux, and if you don't, I'll go ahead and get you guys some dragon fruits. All you have to do is subscribe and comment your username. But which fruit should you actually grind with, and which fruit should you buy? Now, the gas fruit is pretty good for grinding, but we all know that the dragon fruit is the most OP fruit in the entire game right now, being the best. But of course, not everyone has the money for it. The Yeti fruit has been proven to be very overpowered, but what if I told you the gas fruit is a lot better than the Yeti fruit, and it's also a lot cheaper? The Yeti fruit's abilities are very good. It actually might be the strongest, most powerful fruit in the entire game with the most strength, but the gas fruit of course doesn't have that, and it's not as good for sure, but it does way more range of damage.
As well as that, the gas fruit, you don't really lose much health. Obviously in the transformation you lose a little bit, and depending on the NPC you can also lose a little bit of health, but with the dragon fruit you lose quite a lot of health when you're doing quests and especially doing boss fights. But with the gas fruit, you don't lose any health at all, which is the best quality of this fruit, and this is why it makes it one of the best grinding fruits in the game, even better than the Buddha fruit.
The Buddha fruit, of course, is still very good. It is known to be the most popular grinding fruit in the entire game, but now that the gas fruit has come out, this has already made it much better than the Buddha fruit, and now that the dragon fruit has been reworked, it is of course the best, most OP fruit in the entire game. The Yeti fruit is the most powerful fruit in the game, of course, but it's nowhere near as good as the gas fruit because of the range damage and how much faster it can get things done for you. Like, you can get a lot of XP with this fruit more than the Yeti fruit or any other fruit such as the Buddha fruit combined. Of course, the dragon fruit is something that maybe some of you can't get, so going for the gas fruit is the best option for grinding, for quests, for boss fights, especially PvP.
And I think in the next few updates they might actually buff it a little bit even more, which is what makes the gas fruit even more worth it than the dragon fruit right now. Now you might be wondering, but the dragon fruit is much better than grinding.
Now, it's very true that with the Yeti fruit you can transform easily. You don't even need to get your fury meter up or anything, and you need to constantly spam your M1. And the best part is that the Yeti fruit is much better than the leopard fruit, so now buying the leopard fruit is completely worthless, and the Yeti fruit overall is way better than the leopard fruit. But going for the gas fruit is a lot better because the range is very simple and it's very easy to gather all the NPCs. But grinding with the gas fruit is much faster than the Yeti. Of course, the Yeti is powerful, but it can't gather everyone all together. You can definitely think of the gas fruit as an alternative way to grind if you cannot buy the dragon fruit or if you cannot get the dragon fruit. And the effects and as well as the power moves on the gas fruit is just much more better and just a lot more special than the Yeti. With the gas fruit and the dragon fruit, you need to get your fury meter up, which takes at least a little bit of time and it gets quite annoying. With the Yeti fruit though, you can easily transform as long as you just have the fruit. So is paying 500 more Robux rather than getting the gas fruit a little bit more worth it just because you can transform much easier? Well, no, not really. And the other benefits of the Yeti fruit is you can actually walk on water, but let's be honest, walking on water is going to be very slow, and the gas fruit is slightly faster at flying than the Yeti fruit walking on water. But now if you do get gifted a dragon fruit, or if you do have the money for the dragon fruit, go immediately for the dragon fruit because it's way better than the other ones, but the gas fruit is a way better alternative.
And one of the best parts is the C move can get all of the NPCs come together,
a little bit like the gas fruit, which is why the gas fruit is such a great alternative if you can't afford the dragon fruit.
Like, the range is so huge, and especially for PvP, has to be the best. And honestly, way better than the gas fruit for PvP. Now, it surrounds NPCs very good, and the dragon fruit is one of the best fruits in the entire game. But let's just say you don't have 5,000 Robux.
The gas fruit, the best alternative. And if you really hate waiting to transform, I guess you can go for the Yeti, but honestly, the gas fruit out of the dragon and the Yeti, best alternative for grinding, especially even better than the Buddha fruit. I'll of course be gifting some fruits, and as many as I can throughout my live streams. All you need to do is subscribe, and you'll have a chance to win a dragon fruit, a Yeti fruit, or a gas fruit. Blox Fruits is going to be updating a lot more in 2025, which which means if 3 new fruits came out this update, which even in this month alone, 3 fruits is insane for Blox Fruits, then in 2025 we'll be getting a lot more items. Not even items, just a lot more limited fruits and a lot more fruits in general. So definitely next year we have to be prepared for them.